So this video wasn't planned at all whatsoever, currently at the time of me filming this is a day after I saw the Iron Lung movie in theaters. And I feel like I need to do a review of the movie, so that's why I'm here to do. This is my Iron Lung movie review. So for those of you who don't know what the Iron Lung movie is, I mean, you obviously don't stay on the internet as much as I do. The movie was created by a YouTuber called Markiplier, who is one of the most popular YouTubers on the platform. I mean, this man's basically solo swag mastered this movie. I mean, look at the cast and crew. I mean, look at all the things that Mark did in this film. I mean, goodness. Movie takes place in a universe where humans have been able to space travel for several years now. But suddenly, all the stars and habitable planets in the entire galaxy just disappeared. And any human or life on any of the planets just completely disappeared with it. So there are no stars, no light, and the only humans left alive are the people that are on space stations. And during the time that these space stations were looking for planets for resources, they stumbled across a moon. A moon with an ocean. A moon with a blood ocean. Which is where we pick up on the film with our main protagonist, who is a criminal welded shut in a submarine, tasked with exploring the blood ocean. And everyone who sent him down there could care less whether he returns or doesn't. By the way, there will be spoilers. So that's kind of the rundown of the movie, and that is much as I'll be able to say without spoiling the film. So if you don't want spoilers and you want to go see it for yourself, go ahead and do that, then come back and watch my review. So I'm going to start off with runtime. The movie is 2 hours-ish, but it feels like 18. This movie has a very slow pickup. It takes at least an hour for things to actually get interesting, so already half of the movie is pretty much gone. But I think for this film specifically, it was absolutely necessary. And I mean, absolutely no surprise to anyone, this movie is actually based off of a video game with the same title, created by this guy, who I can't remember his name. The game has most of the same lore implications, and the same story beat of, you're a prisoner, welded shut inside of the Iron Lung, and no one really cares if you come back alive or not. No offense to the creator at all, but this game really doesn't have that much going on for it. In the game, you are tasked with going to certain landmarks that are marked on a map, and you have to take pictures of these landmarks. I mean, you're pretty much just in a little box with a couple buttons to press. That's really it. The whole game, it kind of feels boring if it wasn't for the fact that you're interested in the lore implications of this universe. And the movie nails this feeling to a T. I mean, I would venture to say this is probably one of the most faithful video game adaptations I've ever seen. Also, not to mention that literally the entire movie is filmed on one set, which is the inside of the submarine. But you really don't realize that you're on one set. I mean, you do, but that's kind of the point. You are trapped in here with Mark's character. Like, you don't know if you'll ever see him out of this set or not, because you don't know if he'll be able to make it. I definitely do think that there are some things that they probably could have cut out, but I think the movie would have been worse if they did that. Like, every shot of the movie has a purpose. Sometimes it will linger for minutes on a shot. Now I'm going to talk about what I do like about this movie. First, of course, I have to start with the lore, because every good indie game or indie movie has absolutely horrendous amounts of lore. First of all, the idea of every habitable planet and star just vanishing from the entire galaxy is incredibly interesting. And also, not to mention the exact reasoning for why Mark is actually in the Iron Lung in the first place. But something that I didn't really think about would be a problem until the movie actually kind of addressed it, is that without any habitable planet, there's not going to be any trees. And trees are responsible for actually creating oxygen, you know, and we need that to kind of survive. So there is a very limited resource of oxygen in this entire universe right now. I mean, which is probably one of the reasons why finding a blood ocean of all things is very interesting, because blood has some levels of oxygen in it, regardless of whether it's heavily or poorly oxygenated, so they could probably find ways to filter out the oxygen in this blood ocean. Anyway, sorry, enough science for now, but actually, wait, there's actually more science. I like the implications of the camera. In the movie, they state that the camera is actually a X-ray camera. So it just blasts a whole bunch of radiation out to actually create the image, which I'm not sure if this is one of the reasons why Mark looked the way he did towards the end of the movie, but I think that because of the radiation of this camera and how often it's used, probably had some health ramifications. Now we're getting to the real reason why I like this movie, which I just actually made a movie list of my top 10 movies of all time, and I know I just saw this movie, but this is on my top 10 list. I'm going to tell you exactly the reason why it's on my top 10 list and the exact reason why I like this movie. It's because of how it was made and who made it. The person who made this, Markiplier, is a YouTuber. YouTubers typically don't have a good reputation. I don't exactly know what it was with Iron Lung specifically, but this was like one of the most popular movies. I mean, it was in #1 movie in America for a brief period of time, and now it sits at #2 at the time of me recording this video. I mean, there wasn't one theater, but multiple, I think 3 different theaters in my area that were showing this movie. I mean, it might not seem like it to anyone who hasn't seen or heard of this movie, but this movie is, or is going to be, a historical event. I mean, Markiplier isn't a small creator by any chance, but the fact that a YouTuber could make a movie this big and this successful is going to be revolutionary for movie making in the future. I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a lot more indie films come down the pipeline because of this film. This movie probably won't win any awards or Oscars, but it really should. This movie isn't necessarily life-changing, but it is groundbreaking. And honestly, this has been encouragement on my side a little bit. I mean, seeing a fellow YouTuber make a movie like this really kind of got me thinking that I could do something very similar. I could have the same level of success if I tried hard enough. I hope that any inspiring movie maker that watched that film had the same feeling. But with all that being said, this is my rating of Iron Lung. I give it a 4-star out of 5. Markiplier, if you were watching this video, I just want to tell you, you did a good job, man. This was awesome. This was a good time. And I will be talking about this for the next 3 months. So thanks for making probably one of my new favorite movies. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I will see all of you guys later. Bye.